Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Little Norton. It is the last day of spring and we've got a few jobs to do before summer kicks in. The first of these is our new grass fields that we planted earlier in the spring. All of these now need some fertilizer on them. So we're going to go round and do that job first. Our animals need a little bit of TLC. The sheep are in need of some work, as are the cows. Now this should be working. Yes, this is good. So we've got some work to do with the cows and the sheep. They need a little bit more stuff. We've got a lot of weeds all over the place as well, but we might get to those first day of summer. We'll see how it goes. And we'll also need to give another TED to our grass. Now in seasons, you can TED the grass multiple times, and each time it will dry that grass out a little bit more, which is a really useful way of doing things in seasons. So I'm looking to do that. I'm looking to try TEDing again, and we're probably going to use this tractor to do it, and we'll see if that has an effect on the grass. But yeah, and then if we can get it to dry out today, I'd very much like to get it to row up, and then we'll be in a position where we can get it baled as well, which will be brilliant. So that is the plan for today. We've got this field. The fields that we need to get this done on are this field, the field above us. So field 40 and 41. We also need to do, I think it's field 39. Yes, field 39. So 39, 40 and 41 are the fields we're doing this spreading on, just to get the grass that little bit better, and means that when we come to cut it next season, we're going to be in a great position with it, as far as what our yields will be off it. Ideally, these are the fields that I want to make clover, if we get the extra crops in. But at the moment we're keeping them as grass, and then we can always sell off the grass silage off these to buy clover silage. I think it's a fairly similar price for the two. So yeah, that's what we're doing with these fields. These are going to be grass silage fields to hopefully sell off at the BGA. I think we can afford the BGA for not a lot of money. I think it's like 36,000. And my plan overall for the BGA is to buy that, to sell silage bales at it, and then we should be able to buy clover. So it's a basic sort of setup to allow us to make money to keep the clover coming in, and with any luck we'll be able to keep that up. Alternatively, we might get a forage wagon and get this picked up, or use our katana to pick up the silage from here, and maybe not wrap silage bales. But either way, I need to work out the best way for us to go forwards, and yeah, we'll see how we go. So that is field 40 finished off, I think. Yep. Oh, got a tiny bit here. We'll just splash that as we go past. There we go. And then we can head back over to our farm this way, like so. And yeah, what we're going to do now is head back over to our farm, get field 39 done as well. I'm not expecting that to take much time, and then we can get the tedder onto this and get those other fields done and dusted and out of the way. Spraying off the weeds is very much lower on my priority list today. We want to, if we can get everything else out of the way first, that would be good. I'm expecting sort of a bit of growth. Oh, we don't want to go this way, we want to go this way. I'm expecting a bit of growth from our fields come the switch from spring to summer. And we are fully fertilized everywhere, I think. at the moment for that. It's down the side here. There we go. And we should be able to get this field done fairly quickly. Somebody was saying to me the other day that this is a great field to expand the farm in, and I can see exactly what they mean. If you wanted to add a pig pen down this farm, or move, you know, add a sheep pen down here to kind of consolidate everything in one area, this would be actually really good. Or even put in extra silage clamps or a mini BGA or anything. This field is absolutely perfect to expand your farm into. So if you're looking for that, if that's the kind of stuff that you want to do, then yeah, this will work perfectly. Right, that is a bit of a messy first run. So let's see if we can neaten this up a little bit. But yeah, this is great. This is the last thing that we've got to use this for today, or this this season actually, because we were doing we can't do lime with this, but we can only do fertilizer with this. But it has done the job pretty nicely, and that has completed that. So perfect. Now this goes in this shed here along with our other bits, like so. And we'll drop this down and off, and we can grab the tedder while we're in here, and we'll go around the other fields and ted with this tractor. This is, as I said before, this is very much our all-rounder on the farm. This could even be, we could even spray with this tractor. It's, you know, it's got the care wheels on it. It's great for us to do pretty much most of our jobs with. I'm tempted to leave it. I don't know if you would leave the care wheels on when doing grass work with this. I think you probably want, and we'll go and do this, probably want to get some bigger, wider wheels that spread out the weight a little bit more, so as not to compact your grass fields or to compact your grass. So let's hop over to the tractor, customize that, and if we have a look, yeah, you can go rear twins. So standard, wheel weights, narrows, rear twins. So yeah, you can only go standard wheels on here, unless, there we go, wide tyres. Oh wow, broad tyre. This is probably a better thing. I think I'm just going to stick with the standard tyres, but it's interesting that we can go with some really broad style tyres on this tractor. Let us know in the comments, do you think, I haven't done the research, and I kind of wish I had, because yeah, I think you'd probably want broader tyres on this for that, but we'll have to see. Certainly these ones will do. I don't think you want to use narrow tyres, is basically what I'm getting at. So I'm going to take this over to our field up here, and we're going to do both of our fields as we did last time. So I'm not going to do too much of this on video, but tedding this a second time hopefully is going to give us a bit more drying a bit quicker. And I did a little bit of research to double check how realistic this is. And ooh, let's raise that up. No, not that. That. There we go. And yeah, you do. Lots of farmers do ted their grass twice. Probably don't do it more than that. And as I was saying at the start, I think in seasons, if you ted it again, you end up with a with it drying that little bit quicker. Right, what I want to do is I want to test whether this is going to actually dry this immediately. So we'll go turn it on, drop it down, And it's not going to do an immediate TED. Okay, so that's fine. So I'm going to get this field done, and then we'll head over and do our other one. One last little bit to do, and then that is this field tethered. That should be all good. I'm just trying to think, actually. We need to get, so our sheep have run out of feed as far as carrots go. I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to buy a pallet of sugar beet rather than carrots, because the carrots we can't actually tip anywhere because we don't have carrots as something on here. The alternative would be to get a little trailer that we just fill with carrots all the time to feed our sheep. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be one of those things where we need to really look at it a bit. But either way, I think we're going to have to run up to the shop and grab some stuff later. I don't think I have any small trailers or things like that I can just load up with a fruit like that we then can't tip anywhere. And that's the issue I've got, is that anything I load up with carrots as a fruit, I then can't tip out. I can't put it in a silo. I can't do anything like that. And that is one of the things of running a map without the extra fruits in with Maize Plus. Is that, yeah, you have to buy the clover bales or the alfalfa bales, and you have to get and you can't tip things like the carrots out that you have to feed the sheep with. Fortunately, as I was saying, sugar beet is an alternative, and that is why we're doing sugar beet on here for at least this first year, is because we want to get we want to use that to feed the sheep. So that's what I'm looking to do. So I think it'd be good for us to buy a pallet or two of sugar beet just to tide us over until that's ready. It's not a huge part of the sheep sheep feed, sorry, but it is part of it is part of it. So while it'll just mean that our sheep produce the best they can. I don't know if we've got any lambs this year. It is first year, and I'd be maybe a little bit surprised if we did. Let's get this here. Very tempted to put a couple of proper hay barns in. One in here I think would be quite useful, and one down at our main farm, just as somewhere to store. Certainly up here to store bales, because we're going to have quite a few of these lands. Right, let's fold that out and just give this field its second head as well. And then we can go back and we can deal with our sheep. So away we go. And there we go, that is the field finished. Let's turn this off, fold it up. And now we can go and have a look at the condition of our sheep and our cows. Now I'm hoping this is going to dry soon, because we kind of need it. We need it to feed our animals. Yeah, 2 fields of hay is going to be very, very useful to us. But also, we need it much longer, and we're going to end up with this diminishing and this disappearing and rotting away. So hopefully it's going to sort itself soon. It's not overly hot today. We're only at 9 degrees with a 7-degree ground temperature. We are good drying conditions though, that's good, and we are not looking at rain for at least 3 days. So that is all good. That is all going to be useful to us. So while we're here, let's have a look at our sheep. What do we got? So we've got hay bales up here, but we've got no clover and nothing else. So our animals, our sheep, are in need of grass silage or clover silage. So we do need more clover. Everything else they're good for, except for the sugar beets or carrots. Now what I'm trying to do is avoid having to go and buy bits. at the moment, if I can avoid it. The clover silage is 650 per bale, so we can go and get some of that actually. That would be useful for us to buy. How much is a pallet of sugar beets? Sapling sugarcane. Fillable pallet. Potato pallet. We don't want. We want a pallet full of sugar beet, which we don't seem to be able to buy. Sugarcane, poplars, no. So we can buy fillable pallets. We can buy a carrot pallet or a potato pallet. So yeah, we are unable. We'll have to buy a carrot pallet and try and figure out a way around it. I don't think we have a trailer. Do we have any small trailer mods that we can just fill with this? Sometimes I do include a little bit of a bounce around trailer, but we don't. So there's nothing we can really do other than yeah, we'll have to maybe get another bucket. That might be the cheaper way of doing it. Let's have a look. Front loaders, buckets. It's 1,400 for a universal bucket. Large capacity. Those large capacity shovels are massive. But yeah, there's nothing. It's going to cost us 1,400 to do that. There's no way that we can get around that. But yeah, we might have to have a carrot bucket. So let's take our other tractor back down to the main farm. We'll use the GTA, head up to the shop, and then what we can do is get some supplies for our animals and get them back and get them sorted. Up at the shop and ready to get loaded up. As I'm trying to be realistic, I've got both the bale spike and the forklift on here. Let's drop off the trailer first, and then we can go and purchase the bits that we want. So like that. I'm gonna load up the back of the trailer mostly. Now I'm trying to stay. I'm trying to not borrow any money. So we're only gonna really get as much as we need. So we need a clover silage bale for the sheep. We need a pallet of carrots for the sheep. For the cows, we need, I think, a thing. So we want 2 clover silage bales, and I think we want a couple of grass silage bales as well. So 2 clover silage bales, 2 grass silage bales, and a pallet of carrots. So here we go. So 2 clover silage bales, and the colour I always get the clover silage ones are in green. So we need 2 of these. Buy that. Yes. Okay. We need 2 standard silage bales. Well, you can either go grass silage, maize silage, or WCS. I am gonna go. Oh, wow, 2,200. No, I'm gonna go for a couple of grass silage, and we will get those in that. So we need 2 grass silage bales as well. Yes. Okay. So that takes us down to £2,000, and then we need a pallet of carrots, because unfortunately we cannot buy a pallet of we can't buy a pallet of sugar beets at the moment. So there we go, there's our carrots. Buy that as well. So that's only 800 litres, so that will actually we can fill a thing with that. So let's get this loaded up. So the bright green ones are the clover silage, the dark green ones are the grass silage, and I'm actually going to colour code my stuff like this as well. So when we come to actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna load them up stacked. Why not? We will alter our baler depending on what we're doing. So it's going to generally be grass silage, so we're going to want it in that dark green, but I don't know if that's available to us. It might be that we do it in black instead. There we go, that's one on. Let's grab the second to get that loaded up as well. So yeah, one of these one of the clover bales has got to go up to the sheep. And the carrots has got to go up to the sheep. And then the rest is going down to feed our cows. I haven't got us any hay because obviously we're trying to get the hay done on the field, so there's not much point in spending money on that at the moment. So we're then going to put this on the back. And strap it down, and we can place this into a bale before we strap it down. So like, I've already pierced this. There we go. Oh, no, I want to bring it right down. Yeah, and then put it on. Like so. Switch over and disconnect. Right, now we should be able to strap that down. Yep, there we go. That's strapped down. And that is both those sets of bales strapped down. We want to unstrap this. There. And then we can get our front loader tool off here. Right, so I actually think our little fence farm, I think this has a little bit more power than our little fence farmer. Right, now we need to do the cool thing that this does and switch over to our front loader and lower it down so that we can get it to get into the bale. I do like that. I do like that one of the things is that this adjusts so that you can either get it to go higher or lower. It's a really, really cool feature of this tractor. Right, and that's then on there. Nicely centered. And we can go and take this all back down to our farms. And yeah, first stop will be the sheep farm because we want to. We don't want to sort of end up there. It's more on our way. And then we can get this unloaded. And then we can head back to our main farm and sort the cows. So, let's get to it. Oh, let's lift that as well. Perfect. Let's head back with our supplies. Delivery has arrived at the sheep farm. And we'll just bring this over here so it's easy for us to unload and get turned around to head back. So I don't know what we've currently got on the front of our little vent farmer. I think it might be a bale spike. If it's a bale spike, or it might be nothing, of course. No, it's a bale spike, so that's fine. One thing I'm going to do is, actually, we've got a couple of bales of hay up here. So I think what we'll do is we'll end up taking one of these clover bales off and replacing it with a hay bale. I think is a good idea. We're going to go and put this straight in with our sheep. Immediately go and feed them with it. There we go. Is a good idea, and then we can get the bucket on, clean the sheep out, and go from there. Bit of a traffic jam up at the roadway it seems, so I'm going to go through the sheep field here. Yeah, there we go. Looks like the sheep were holding them up a bit, and then we can get through here. And we need to clean out the sheep before we go and grab the carrots. There we go. That will help them go up. 345 litres left. So I'm not going to leave the clover here. I'm going to take this back. We'll put this in our shed, ready to do with later. And then we want to head over here and get the carrots. Whoa, he was going a bit fast. But first we need to clean up. In fact, looking at that, we're also going to need to. We also need to move our wool out of the way. We've got quite a bit of wool sitting around at the moment, and we want to get that out of the way as well. So our half-done clover bale. Let's get this done. Now I could go and clean out my my sheep first, or I could risk how much I'm going to need from the other bales. It's going to be a bit of a tricky one, that. We're also not well loaded. I wonder if I can put wheel weights on the back of this. We have talked about that, and you can see now actually we need to move. So we're going to put the we need to move the sheep cages, because at the moment they don't have any more space for new wool. So let's drop this off around here, like so. Grab this, and then we can bring that pallet of carrots in here as well. Yeah. I think it's because we got that, we managed to dislodge that back one and put it at an odd angle. Move this one out of the way first. Now these we're going to start storing up for another year. It's not a good time to sell wool. We've had the best price for wool this year, so this will go into next year's wool sales. As long as this doesn't spawn a pallet right in front of me, we're all good. Yeah. And just shifting that a little bit has given it enough space to spawn a wool pallet at the back. Absolutely perfect. So yeah, they are producing a lot of wool at the moment, really are, and it's great to see. It's absolutely brilliant to see, because wool we do not make a lot of money from. We're actually looking to make as much money, probably more money from lambs on here than we are from wool, but we want to be making money from both. So to see us have at this point in spring more wool, that is perfect, and that means we've addressed that right at the right moment. So let's go get our carrots off the back, and we can then go feed those to our sheep. And I want to, as I said, I want to make sure we only get about probably 100 litres of carrots. They don't take much. But if we put 100 litres in our bucket, A, we should be able to empty our bucket, and B, we can then clear out stuff and see, we can then better judge how much we need to take each time. So that's got them out. And done. Do that. Yeah, we're feeding them carrots at the moment. We will eventually be feeding them sugar beet. I'm going to just put this in this shed here. Ooh. Or not. Flew off the front. So So same, put these in this shed here as a nice bit of storage. Use as much storage as we can around here, I think is a good idea. As I said before, I think this would be a neat little starter farm up here. Really would. And then we get our bucket and just put 100 litres of carrots in here to go and feed our sheep with. Right. So this will take 1200. It will fill fairly quickly. I'm basically going to press the refill and well, tap the refill button to get this to do this. There we go, 109 litres, so not a lot. And hopefully this should give us a good gauge of how much our sheep will take. There's no way to directly tip from that pallet into the sheep. I think there is a pallet turner mod somewhere, so I might see if we can invest in that. But this in here, there we go. They've taken all of it, and yeah, they want about 400 litres. Really? So we'll go and grab another 300 and put that in there. But first, I'm going to clean the sheep out. I'm going to put another 300 litres in here, but I will catch up with you again once we're back down at the main farm to clean out our cows, or do our cows. We've headed back down to the farm in the Little Fent Farmer rather than the GTA, because as I was leaving the sheep field, I suddenly realised that the GTA had almost run out of fuel. And unfortunately, we haven't filled up the fuel tank at that end. So we're going to have to do this with this one, and then take it back up later, because this will do this job just as well. We want to put all of these bales into feeding the cows, so that is my plan. And in case I get stuck down here with this tractor, I've left the pallet fork on the front. Because we've got the pallet fork on the front of the GTA as well, and I didn't want to risk manoeuvring that a lot, so that we could to unload them. But we're good as it stands at the moment. Our grass still has not turned to hay. I should mention we are still waiting for that to happen. But that's all right, because yeah, we're running at the end of the day. It is 20 to 7 in the evening in game. So this is the last thing we need to do today. Our cows do need cleaning out, but we will give them that next time. Let's undo that though. Yeah, and just back that out. There we go. And then we can put both of these grass silage bales in, along with our hay and our clover silage, and that should sort our cows out, I think. Let's unclip that and unclip that. All of this going in at once. Yeah, grass silage will also work for... We can do grass silage or clover silage for our... Whoa. This is the trouble. We have... is that because we've got no weight on the back of this, it's going to be one bale at a time. Oh well, there we go. Not the end of the world, but we could have done with picking up the weight. And that's the first one in. Get the second one in, like so. Yeah, not a lot of weight on this tractor. Could really do with a set of rear weights. But mostly what we're doing up at the sheep field with this isn't requiring us to carry a lot of weight. So as a result, we've not needed the weight on this tractor. It's more when we're unloading stuff off the trailer in sets of twos. But then that's the point of the GTA. That's why we use the GTA to go and buy stuff and not this tractor. and why we ended up with the setup that we ended up with this up there. It is just because I have no fuel left in that GTA that I need to do that. And the trouble we've got is I can go and buy 1,800 litres of fuel and take it up there, but that will wipe us out of money, and we do need to start making some cash, really. So there we go. And oh no, that's not quite off. So yeah, we'll clear up the cow feeding area next time. But I think that pretty much covers what we have to do today. So yeah, I am going to leave this here, which means that all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.